Welcome to Last Post Zero, where we prepare for the unknown future by mastering the ancient art of survival and preparation. Imagine a world where the supermarkets are empty, the lights are out, and your survival depends entirely on what you have stored. Building an immortal food stash is not just about hoarding. It is about understanding the science of preservation and biological stability. Today, we will explore the specific foods that defy time, remaining edible and nutritious for decades, or even forever, without refrigeration. To understand long-term storage, we must first understand the enemy: bacteria, mold, and oxidation, which constantly seek to destroy our precious resources. Let us begin with the first immortal element, salt, a mineral that acts as a serial killer to harmful bacteria. Salt preserves food by drawing out moisture through osmosis, creating an environment so dry that no life form can possibly survive. Throughout history, civilizations have risen and fallen based on their ability to acquire salt, the ultimate guardian of our food supply. Next on our list is sugar, which works similarly to salt by absorbing water and starving bacteria of the moisture they need. While too much sugar is bad for your health, in a survival situation, it provides essential high-calorie energy that lasts indefinitely. The third member of our immortal trinity is honey, the only food in nature that truly never spoils if kept sealed. Archaeologists have discovered pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are thousands of years old and yet still perfectly edible. Honey's low moisture content and natural acidity create a fortress against spoilage, making it a miraculous food for any long-term stockpile. Moving away from simple additives, we look at the backbone of survival nutrition: white rice, the ultimate source of long-lasting carbohydrates. Unlike brown rice, which contains oils that go rancid, white rice has been stripped of its bran to last for decades. When stored in oxygen-free Mylar bags at cool temperatures, white rice can remain edible and nutritious for up to 30 years. It is cheap, calorie-dense, and versatile, making it the foundational block of any serious prepper's long-term food security strategy. Similar to rice, dried pasta is another starch champion, acting as a nutritional desert where bacteria cannot find the water to survive. With zero moisture content, pasta is hard as a rock and ready to be stored for years without losing its structure. It provides crucial comfort food during stressful times and pairs perfectly with our next category of long-lasting survival items. Protein is essential for rebuilding muscle, and canned meats are the modern equivalent of mummification for our daily nutritional needs. Through high heat and vacuum sealing, the canning process kills all bacteria and prevents new organisms from entering the sterile environment. While the texture may soften over time, canned meat remains safe to eat for years, past its printed expiration date. For a more sustainable protein source, dried beans are the kings of longevity, effectively turning into stones until you rehydrate them. They are incredibly inexpensive and pack a massive protein punch, making them the perfect partner to rice for a complete meal. You cannot survive on starch and protein alone. Canned fruits and vegetables provide the essential vitamins needed to prevent scurvy and illness. While fresh produce rots in days, canned alternatives lock in nutrients at the peak of ripeness, ready for consumption years later. Calcium and fats are vital, and powdered milk offers a shelf-stable solution that liquid milk simply cannot match in a crisis. By removing all moisture, we prevent spoilage while retaining the protein and calcium needed for bone health and general strength. Vinegar is another eternal substance, an acid that never spoils and serves multiple purposes beyond just flavoring your food. It can be used for preservation, cleaning, and even medical disinfection, making it a versatile tool in any survivalist's arsenal. Baking soda is the unsung hero of the pantry, a chemical compound that remains stable forever if kept dry and sealed. It is essential for baking, acts as a toothpaste substitute, and can even be used to extinguish small grease fires. High-proof alcohol is not just for comfort. It is a potent antiseptic, a fuel source, and a valuable item for barter. Unlike wine, which can turn to vinegar, hard spirits with high alcohol content will remain potent and safe indefinitely. Among fats, virgin coconut oil is remarkably stable due to its high saturation, resisting rancidity much longer than vegetable oils. Soy sauce, with its high salt content and fermentation history, is another flavor enhancer that can last for years unopened. For morale and energy, Instant coffee is far superior to beans for long-term storage, lasting decades when keeping moisture out. Bouillon cubes are tiny powerhouses of flavor, packed with salt and preservatives that allow them to survive in your pantry indefinitely. Pure maple syrup, like honey, has a resistance to bacteria due to its sugar content and can be stored for years. Cornstarch is a thickening agent that lasts indefinitely, allowing you to turn simple broths into hearty, filling meals during hard times. Diversity in your food stash prevents appetite fatigue, so include various grains like oats and quinoa alongside your main rice supply. Now that we have identified the immortal foods, we must master the techniques to protect them from the ravages of time. The Mylar bag is the gold standard of modern food storage, creating a flexible metal barrier against light, moisture, and air. Inside the bag, we place oxygen absorbers, which chemically remove the air, suffocating any insects or eggs that might be present. A proper heat seal is critical. It ensures that the environment inside the bag remains static and unchanged for decades. For physical protection against rodents and pests, these bags should be placed inside rigid, food-grade plastic buckets with tight lids. Temperature is the final variable. Heat accelerates chemical reactions, so your stash must be kept in a cool, dark, and stable place. Avoid attics or garages where temperatures fluctuate wildly, as this will drastically shorten the lifespan of even the most durable foods. Pests are relentless scavengers, so adding a physical barrier like a bucket is your second line of defense against intrusion. Organization is key. Always label your buckets with contents and dates so you know exactly what you have without opening them. Practice the principle of first in, first out, rotating your stock to ensure you are always consuming the oldest items first. Remember that all the dried food in the world is useless without water to rehydrate it and for your own survival. Store water separately and invest in reliable filtration methods to ensure you can process natural water sources if your supply runs dry. Food is more than just fuel. It provides psychological comfort and a sense of normalcy when the world outside is chaotic. Involving your family in the preparation process reduces fear and empowers them with the skills needed to survive any scenario. When disaster strikes, the time to prepare has already passed, and the peace of mind you have now comes from prior action. Learn to cook with your stored ingredients now, so you are not experimenting with new recipes during a high-stress emergency situation. Do not forget spices. They last forever and can transform a boring bowl of rice into a morale-boosting meal for your family. Multivitamins are a compact and efficient way to cover any nutritional gaps that might occur in a restricted survival diet. Regular inspections are mandatory. Check your seals, look for signs of pests, and ensure your investment remains safe and secure. Building this stash takes time and money, but it is the best insurance policy you can buy for yourself and loved ones. From the eternal crystals of salt to the humble dried bean, these items form the bedrock of human survival and resilience. No matter what storms may come, knowing you can feed your family gives you the strength to face the challenges ahead. Beyond storage, consider acquiring heirloom seeds, as the ultimate long-term plan is to transition from stored food to renewable production. But that is a topic for another video. For now, focus on building your core reserve of non-perishable, life-saving calories. Start small. You do not need to buy everything at once. Just add a few extra items to your cart every week. Over time, these small, consistent actions will compound into a substantial reserve that could one day save your life. Share this knowledge with trusted friends, because a prepared community is infinitely stronger and safer than a lone wolf survivor. Preparation is not paranoia. It is a rational response to an unpredictable world and a responsibility we owe to our families. We hope this guide helps you build a fortress of nutrition that will stand the test of time and uncertainty. If you found this information valuable, please subscribe to Last Post Zero for more in-depth guides on survival and preparedness. Leave a comment below telling us which immortal food item you think is the most important for your personal survival stash. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Do not wait until the lights go out to start thinking. Thank you for watching Last Post Zero. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember that knowledge is the ultimate survival tool.